Hey peeps, welcome to the Crafty Witch UK. My name's Arietta and it is WIP Wednesday. So last Wednesday I did a WIP and you guys responded really well and I am super grateful. However, I did find myself running out of things to say. I have spoken to other creators in the YouTube and diamond painting community and we all seem to have the same problem. So I thought I would come up with some tag questions to help us all come up with things to say to you guys. So how do tag questions work? I'm sure other people do it in different ways. The way that I've done it is that I've come up with 20 questions. I'm going to try and answer them, and then I'm going to tag a couple of other channels and hopefully they'll take up the challenge and they'll answer the questions. It is as simple as that. They will then tag more people who will answer the questions, etc. In the meantime, I will set up a playlist with hashtag crafty tag, and so if you want to see everybody's crafty tag videos, then that'll be the place for you to check out to see them. Okay, so let's get started. So, when did you start crafting and why? I think I've always been creative. In terms of diamond painting, I received a diamond painting as a 41st birthday present, as a kit, and the bug just, I don't know if I can even really explain quite how hooked I got and quite how quickly. My birthday is in September, and by the November I had bought Diamond Art Club canvases and was busy completing them for Yule presents for relatives. It really did kind of grab me and wouldn't let go. So in terms of diamond painting, that's when I started. And why do I keep doing it? Because it still is really rewarding, I suppose. It definitely does have a very positive knock-on effect with my mental health. So question 2, what is the earliest memory of crafting that you have? Probably going back to preschool or play school as it was for me in the UK. Kind of like somewhere between a kindergarten and a mother and baby group. I have clear memories of crafting things there, and in fact some of which still exist today, and some of these silly little crafts are things that I've passed on. Whilst I was working as a learning support assistant, I was able to run a sort of crafting for mental health club, and had the chance to recreate some of the things that I had made as a 4-year-old child with students now. So that was, it's a nice thing to have been able to pass on. Question 3, what is your favourite type of craft? It would be easy to say diamond art, diamond painting, because it's what I spend most of my time doing these days. But I really love watercolour painting. You can argue either side as to whether that's a craft or an art. I really don't mind what you think. Feel free, have a debate in the comments. I will happily, I'll moderate, I'll join in. But I don't really draw much of a line between arts and crafts. So watercolours is definitely up there. It's one of the skills that I developed earliest. And I love encaustic art as well, just because it's so unusual and not many people seem to know what it is. So I quite like that. It's a bit quirky, it's a bit weird, and it's a good conversation starter. So yeah, that will always have a little place in my heart. But in terms of what I do most often, definitely diamond painting. Question 4, best completion so far this year. For me, that would have to be Gypsy Violet from Diamond Art Club, because she'd been on my list for so long, but was always out of stock. And so yeah, she was, although she's a horse, she was quite literally my unicorn. She, to me, aside from being, very much my colours, was a really wonderful representation of the goddess Epona, who is linked with horses and equestrian life and families, and just, yeah. Maybe I'll talk about her more in another video. But yeah, she was a very, very special canvas to acquire, and then I completed her as part of a horse related event, so that was really nice to do as well. So question 5, best item purchased so far this year. I'm going to take this as a crafting creator kind of purchase. I'm actually going to say my ring light. I bought a ring light which came with a phone stand from IKEA. It was quite a bargain at £35. It does all different colours, and it's been a game changer, really, not just in terms of recording videos and being able to do sort of close-up top-down shots and things, but also just in providing a really good level of light when I'm working. So yeah, that's going to be my item. So question 6, name something craft related that you want to buy in the future. This was quite an easy one for me. Well, there were two options. I could either name everything that's on my DAC wish list, which I looked at it today. There are 8 things on my list, only 2 of them were in stock. So we'll wait. But actually what I would really like is a Dremel drill, like one of the little hand drills, a bit like you see in nail salons. I watch an awful lot of videos about crafting and resculpting dolls, and so many things that they do seem to involve a Dremel. I just feel like owning one would make my life a little bit easier. So yeah, it's definitely on the list for something to buy in the future. So question 7, what craft are you most looking forward to working on later this year? So for me, I recently purchased Nerdy Crafters Super Not Another Crap Kit, or snack box, and that will ship at some point in November, I think, but it'll be shipping, I guess, from the States. She's in Canada, so I'm not sure, but it's being done in conjunction with Smart Art. If you watched my previous unboxing of her Not Another Crap Kit, this is sort of a new upgraded version. It's not the same kit, it's a different craft activity, and this time it will be sculpting 4-legged creatures. So I am very much looking forward to getting my hands on that. I will do an unboxing, and then I will take you through the process of my learning journey with how to do this. So yeah, that is definitely something that I'm looking forward to doing later this year. So question 8, biggest crafting surprise. For me, I'm going to say that was discovering mini canvases. I love them. I'm completely hooked. They are a brilliant little snack, especially when you're also working on a massive canvas, or if you're working on some other craft project and you just think, oh, I want to do a little bit of diamond painting. yeah, they are brilliant. I love them. I'm a convert to small diamond paintings when they're done correctly. Question 9. Biggest crafting disappointment? Oh, I hate negative stuff. Although I have to say, this is not too difficult a one to answer. I was working on a canvas that was a black and white canvas. It was a butterfly. I thought it was going to be wonderful, but it was just problem after problem. I wasn't enjoying the fact that it was double-sided adhesive and not poured glue. I was having trouble with the drills because there were a lot of them that were misshapen. There was a lot of trash. And in the end, I realised that I was just not enjoying the process. And so I had to come to the realisation that I was not going to finish this canvas because it was not sparking joy. So I chopped up the bits that I had done and turned them into bookmarks and cup mats, and then just accepted the fact that it was never going to be finished, which was painful. I am a person that thrives on putting that tick box at the end of the day to say job complete, and so accepting the fact that it was never going to be completed was tricky for me. But actually, once I had cut the canvas up so there was no going back, there was a sense of release and relief, and just, yeah, I could start something new and move on and all was right with the world again. So I guess, yeah, this is me giving you permission. If you're doing a canvas and you don't enjoy it, firstly, if there's nothing really wrong with it, find out if somebody else wants to take it off your hands. But if it's bad quality and you don't want to deal with it and you don't want to pass bad quality on to somebody else, then get rid of it. But if you can, try and recycle as much of it as possible. There's lots of tips for using up trash drills on my site, and lots of ways to make cup mats and things. So yeah, don't throw drills in the bin, but don't do canvases that you're not enjoying. Trust me. Okay, question 10. Favourite craft supplier? On the whole, I am willing to spend a little bit more to get quality. I think there are fewer and fewer businesses in the UK now, which is such a shame. But I do like to support them wherever I can. But if I'm being completely honest, right at this moment, my favourite craft supplier of diamond painting equipment and things would be Paint Gem. I have had such a good experience with them, and they've been really lovely to me. Full disclosure, I am also an ambassador for them, so I should probably say that. But I would still showcase their products and talk about them even if I wasn't an ambassador. So it's got nothing to do with that really. I just really enjoy their canvases and their products. Obviously, in terms of other craft stores, I am a little bit basic and tend to just go online and see what I can find that is a price I can afford and a quality I'm happy with, which tends to mean a lot of Amazon shopping, which is not great for the small businesses. Unfortunately, I live in a town where we no longer have a small art store. We used to. We do have a hobby craft, and we've got the range, but that is it, I think. Yeah, I used to love the little pokey art shop. You could go in there and the people that worked behind the counter, had been there for years and knew everything about everything. You don't get that so much anymore, which is a shame. Art products, paint. I have always been a Winsor & Newton girl when it comes to watercolours. I don't really know why. I think it was when I first started watercolour painting, I read a book by Alwyn Crawshaw, and I bought the things that he said to buy. So it's gone on from there. But to be honest, I've had no reason to change because they've done me well. So yeah, so that's a little bit of both sides. A bit of diamond painting, a bit of watercolour painting. If anyone can recommend some, UK based small businesses that sell craft supplies, let me know. I would be more than happy to support them. So question 11. What crafting tool would you not want to be without? Goodness, there are so many. I think my tiny rainbow coloured scissors, I love them a lot. They come in super handy. They are always the ones I reach for if I need to do anything. They are the ones that I kept beside me. So yeah, those scissors are great. They're super sharp, super pointy. Also, from a more art point of view, a putty rubber. A couple of weeks ago, I lost my putty rubber and immediately ordered a replacement because I couldn't bear to not have one. They are, if you've not come across them, they are used by many different kinds of artists, but they are super good at rubbing out on textured paper, and because they're a putty, you can sort of mould them into a point and get into little detailed areas. So those are definitely two things that I wouldn't want to be without. Gosh, is there anything more important to me than that? I can't think of anything right this second, which I guess means there isn't. So yeah, I think we'll leave it at that. Decent rubber, decent pair of scissors. Those are my go-to items. Okay, question 12. What is your go-to drink when crafting? I have always got a bottle of water on my desk, whether that be tap water or carbonated water. Although I've recently been told that I have to cut down on the carbonated water, which makes me a bit sad, but it's for the good of my health, so we will do it. It's a small price to pay to be healthy. So water. I'm not so much into other kinds of fizzy drinks. I do like an iced tea, and if it's a warm drink, then it will be a mug of tea or a mug of coffee. It varies, normally just depending upon what my hubby is willing to make for me, because he's the one making it, so I will, if it's wet and warm, I will accept what I'm given. It tends to be mug of tea or coffee and then bottle of water. So question 13, what do you like to listen to while crafting? We did chat about this a little bit in last week's WIP. Certainly This week I have been listening to the Dead Meat podcast. They review horror movies, and they do there's a kill count type version where they look at movies and they say, how many people died in this film, and how many men and how many women and how many robots. they break it down, and yeah, it's been quite fun. They've looked at some very old movies, some very silly, early 70s, 80s schlocky movies, and also some much more recent ones. So on Monday I was listening to their Hereditary podcast. So that was I tend to pick and choose from their content rather than listening to it in order. It's whatever takes my fancy, and then I will skip over films that I haven't seen, so that I can watch the film and then go back and listen to the pod afterwards. So have I got any subscribers out there that are super into horror movies? Do let me know down in the comments. I would love to know if it's worth me, chatting a bit more about horror on here. We could do a horror WIP, maybe in October or something. So let me know if that's your thing, or if it's completely not your thing, and then I will avoid it if nobody else wants to chat about it. So, but yeah, I do like me a horror movie. Right, question 14. What other hobbies and interests do you have? Oh goodness. Over the years, I've done a ton of different things. I do not like to be bored. And I've often said that I'm a person that sort of collects certificates. So I like to learn to do a thing and get a bit of paper that says I can do the thing. But actually, as of now, because of my health complications, both mental and physical, and the problems that come from struggling to leave the house, my hobbies are a much smaller circle than they used to be. So aside from a lot of different crafting activities, mostly I enjoy gaming, both PS4 and Switch. I enjoy reading, but reading and a chronic migraine condition don't always go together. Neither does gaming, really, to be honest. But reading seems to be more of a trigger than gaming. And as I said before, I love films. I love especially horror films and musicals. My love of theatre and drama and all of the arts in that sort of performing arts side of things goes way, way back to my childhood. And now that I can't perform myself, I just live vicariously through everybody else, and I love to watch a musical. That's yeah. I'm not even going to call it a guilty pleasure, it's just a pleasure. I love it. So yeah, I just obviously when I can get out, I love to watch them on stage. But one thing that lockdown did was brought an awful lot of televised theatre to us through streaming platforms and through the internet. So yeah, that's been really great for me. I've been able to indulge in my passion for theatre without having to go out. So that's been really great. So yeah, what do you do when you're not crafting? What are your hobbies and interests? I would love to know, especially if there are fellow musical lovers out there as well. So I've even managed to find a little bit of crossover where there are horror musicals, and I think maybe that's a chat for another video. But yeah, there's more than you might think. So question 15, what craft activities would you love to try but haven't, and why? So I would love to learn to use an airbrush. Luckily, there is an airbrush coming in the snack box. So when that arrives, I will finally have a chance to get my hand on one and learn how to use it. Because I've never even held one, but I would love to learn to use them. I think I like the effects that you can get with them. Additionally, I would like to revisit silk painting. Silk painting was something that I did when I was at school and I loved it, but it's an investment to purchase all the silk and the paint and the gutter and everything else that you need in order to take up silk painting as a proper hobby. So that is something that is on my list, but it's a financial sticking point at the moment as to why I haven't gone and done that yet. And the big one is that I would love to have a go at turning either wood or resin. I could lose myself for hours watching other people turn wood. I really enjoy it. I find it very relaxing. And yeah, it's something that I would love to have a go at. But those are big hulking bits of machinery and they're not really... There's not really an option for the hobbyist to have a go. So yeah, that would be... yeah, lack of equipment, lack of money. Those are the reasons. But yeah, if you've not ever watched anyone turning wood, go look some people up on YouTube. It is very satisfying to watch. (16) If I looked in your bag, satchel, rucksack, would there be evidence that you are a crafter? Yes, most definitely. I have diamond painted charms, that like keyring charms that hang on my everyday bag. If you were to pick up my phone, there's probably a YouTube notification that one of my fellow diamond painters or crafters has uploaded a new video. And there are diamonds stuck to everything that I own, whether I want them there or not. I am forever finding them. Between toes when in the bath, in my bed, even when I've just changed the sheets. There will be diamonds everywhere. And I'm sure everybody else that's a diamond painter that might be listening or watching this can agree with me. They get everywhere. I can have been doing a round diamond painting and yet suddenly there'll be, a couple of square diamonds from 3 paintings ago that turn up. And they'll be stuck to my arm or stuck to something. So yeah, those little diamonds, it's a bit like glitter. It's the gift that keeps on giving. So yeah, there's probably a diamond painting pen in my bag as well, to be honest. Yeah, there's definitely evidence around. Question 17. What craft-related item do you have far too much of? This is a super easy one for me. Pink wax. Oh my goodness. Yes, I will never run out. There will always be pink wax. If I diamond painted every day for the rest of my life, I would still have a huge amount of pink wax. If anybody would like some, please let me know. And I will be glad to pop some in an envelope and send it to you. Honestly. Also, if you've got any tips, tricks, ideas, hints as to other things that you can do with pink wax, I'd love to know, because there must be something. And yeah, I need to use some of it up. I've got so much. So yeah, pink wax, definitely. Used to be pink pens as well, as come in the standard kit with most diamond paintings. But I recently found a couple of fellow creators who are happy to take those off my hands, and they make them into wonderful new things. So that's all good. And I don't have, I think I've got less than 20 pink pens now. But yeah, the wax, oh my goodness, so much of it. That being said, I do still use it. I quite like the pink wax, but I don't need as much of it as I've got. Question 18. In a similar vein, what craft related item do you enjoy collecting? What item can you never have too much of? For me, when it comes to diamond painting, I am a sucker for cover minders, and also washi tape, although washi tape I use for other crafts as well, so that's not just for diamond painting. But yeah, cover minders, washi tape, definitely the things that I'm quite happy to have multiples of. And I do also love to try different sorts of storage. So yeah, if I find a new storage idea, then despite the fact that I might not necessarily need it, I'm quite happy to pick that up and try it out. They're not all winners, but it's nice to know that I've tried it to see if it works. But yeah, cover minders are a big one. I have them stuck all over my craft corner on any metal surface that I can find, and that's only got worse since I started making my own. And washi tape, I've always loved washi tape. It's just so pretty, and all the rainbow colours. And yeah, I think that came out of when I started journaling. That's probably where the washi tape thing came from. And it's only got worse. Question 19. Goodness, we are whizzing through these. What is your top crafting tip? Oh, there's quite a few little nifty things that I've picked up along the way. I think if I had to choose just one, I am going to go with trust the process. Particularly true of diamond painting, but often true of other crafts as well. There will often be a point, particularly if you're trying out a new craft and you are following instructions and you are thinking this cannot be right. In my case, I was doing a custom diamond painting of my nan, and there were green drills in her hair, and I was so confused, and I thought I must have done something wrong. What has happened? But trust the process, and by the time it was finished, she had perfectly regular, blondish kind of hair, light brown, and all of those shades of weird colours come together to make a much more realistic picture. So yeah, that being said, I also do believe that you should feel free to make craft kits your own. But I feel like if you're going to make changes, you should have in mind the changes that you want to make, but maybe don't make those changes till the end if it's something that you can reverse. Particularly with a diamond painting, finish the whole diamond painting and then think, okay, where would I like, how do I feel about that random blue drill there? Does it really bother me that much, or does it actually add a shade to the picture, and then you can decide whether it needs to stay there or not. I did that with one of my Crafty's canvases, Numiko, I think her name was. She was a mermaid girl, and she had some lovely crystal gems in her, but I didn't like the way that they looked in her face. But I finished the painting, I lived with it for a week, and I thought, no, actually, I'm not happy with it. And I went in and I took out the ones that I didn't like and replaced them with a sort of skin tone. Yeah, so make it your own, but trust the process. That sounds a little contradictory, but I hope that you understand the 2 points that I'm trying to make and how they do kind of complement one another. If not, give me a shout in the comments and I'll try and explain it better in another video. And finally, question 20. If people enjoy your content, what other channels should they check out? So, oh my goodness, I could name so many. I'm going to limit myself to just 3, but I may well do another video just on, shouting out other content creators that I really admire, because I think it's important that we do share the love, and there's an amazing amount of inspirational people out there, and this is not a long enough video to go into it. So I've just picked 3. So thinking about the things that I enjoy and things that maybe you guys that watch me, listen to me, might enjoy, I've gone for Nick Zametti. He is he's local to me, which is great. UK based, literally just up the road from me. He is a wood turner, resin creator, artist, maker, amazing human being. I love his content. It's fun and quirky and entertaining, and he's not afraid to show his failures when he's making things, and I think that's really important. And yeah, so definitely go check him out. He does great stuff, and you can get to see some amazing wood turning, which was what I was talking about earlier. There's something very, very satisfying about watching that. So he would be my first person that I would recommend you go check out. Second channel would be Punks and Crafts. I took part in their event earlier this year. They did a dark vibes diamond painting event, where things were a little bit darker, a little bit on the other side, and I just really enjoy their content. Ethically, they're wonderful people. They've got just a great personality, good content, nothing bad to say about them, otherwise I wouldn't be recommending them. And primarily diamond painting, but not just diamond painting. It's a bit of everything. Go check them out. They do quite a lot of sort of sneak peeky Diamond Art Club stuff, so if you like to get a look at your big Diamond Art Club canvases, then that is the place to be. Right, so third and final recommendation would be Rebecca whose channel is Add More Zest. She used to be 4Kids at 147. She does really regular unboxing videos. She does WIP and chats. She's hosted events, whole bunch of stuff. She's another UK content creator. And so I feel like that's an important factor, because it means that quite often she will find UK suppliers for things, which is really nice to know if you're in this country. But equally, you know, she shows things from many other companies as well. She's got a very loyal group of followers online, great little Facebook group. Everybody's very friendly. So yeah, if you enjoy the sort of stuff I do, you will definitely enjoy the sort of stuff that she does. So those are my 3 recommendations. Nick Zametti, Punks and Crafts, Add More Zest. Well, peeps, that brings us to the end of my 20 crafty tag questions. The next thing for me to do is to tag some people to take on these questions and make videos with their own answers. I am going to get the ball rolling by tagging 4 people, just so that they know. I don't expect them to tag 4 people if they don't want to. That's fine. And I will put all of the instructions for completing the crafty tag down in the description. So my nominations are Cindy at Diamond Painting Fanatics, Pencil Surprises, Crafting with Kay, and Diamond Painting Jim. Those are my 4 tags, and hopefully they will see this video, they will take up the challenge, and they will create videos answering these questions. If I haven't tagged you and you still want to make a video, that is completely fine. This is supposed to be fun. Anybody can join in. And please do use the hashtag crafty tag so that I can find your videos and add them to the playlist. Then all that remains to be said is, if you enjoy my content, as always, it helps immensely if you could leave a like, a comment, share with a friend. It just tells the algorithm that you're enjoying the sort of stuff I'm doing, and then they show it to more people. So it really does help me, helps the channel, and costs you nothing. If you really like what I'm doing, then why not subscribe, become a member of the Crafty Coven, and I will see you in the next video. Stay crafty.